Okay, 1, 2, 3. Going live. Hey, Erling.
Hi, everybody.
Wow, this topic been so hot in the last days, especially with the crypto crashing and many people questioning the financial system and hearing about inflation and how that relates to spirituality, what the universe wants you to know, what me have downloaded for us regarding this topic. We have tons of things to talk about today. So yeah, let us know if you can hear us well. And if so, let us know where you're watching us from. We'd love to hear you, we'd love to connect with you during the live stream. Yeah, we're streaming from Mexico still in the same place. I guess you can recognize this painting behind us. Yeah.
Yeah, so you might be aware that the value of money has been collapsing very rapidly.
Yeah.
Like the inflation rates are insane because during the past few years of this pandemic.
If I want to give you a statistic.
Oh, yes, please.
In 2020, there was $4 trillion in circulation. If you search the M1 indicator, you can see that from the 2020 till this time, they printed from 4 to 21 trillion dollars. So it's like more than 5 times the amount of money that we have. And of course, that would dilute the market. And when there is more things in the market, like more US dollar, of course, its value went down. Of course, the official will tell you, oh, we have only 5 to 10, sometimes they say 15 inflation rate, but it's way, way, way more than that.
It's way more than that. I think my mom was sharing with me that the best source of information, hey mom, if you're there, that the value of euro collapsed by 30% within months.
Yeah, so, and I think it's much more than that.
Yeah, so of course, like we in the West haven't really ever, like our generation has never experienced something like this, you know?
Even the collapse in 2008 is nothing comparing to what we are experiencing right now.
Yeah, and we don't really see the real implications yet. Maybe in some countries, like gas price may have gone up, or like a food price may have gone up, but we're just entering into that, seeing the true implications. And like maybe I would love to hear from you, Ron, for example. You saw this happening in Syria. Like it's hard for me to imagine what that even looks like, but you've seen that. Can you share a little bit?
Yeah, so basically before the financial and the civil crisis in 2011, my salary was about $400, and just before I left in 2014 was less than $100 a month. So just like within those 3 years, it collapsed three times less in Syrian pounds comparing to the dollar. And right now, like both my parents' salary is less than $25, which it seems like a joke, but it's a catastrophe for any country who experienced this kind of collapse. And what we are experiencing now in the globe is this global collapse of the financial system. Recently, I think that was yesterday actually, I saw an indicator of which currency lost its most value, and it's a huge amount, like except for Mexico, Russia, and Brazil, every other country lost so much value in their own currency. And with the coordinated attack on cryptocurrency and what happened with the USD, which is the cryptocurrency stablecoin that's backed up with algorithmic method, it was also crashed really hard. I think I'm gonna share later about it, but just to give you like the global situation with the economy, it's really, really on the stake, I would say.
Yeah, so we are not financial advisors or like expert on this topic, but we want to make a connection to the spiritual implications of this. What is happening at the more like an energetic level? Why this is happening? What it's bringing up for us as humanity.
And the reason we want to share this because we want all our community here on YouTube and also in live to see what we can do, like give you tips and give you like maybe an insight of what you can do in your inner world. So we're not
Yeah.
giving like financial advice here, but we're giving you a tip how to deal with the situation in your inner world.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
basically, what is happening is that the true value of things is being exposed.
Mm-hmm.
If money is something that you can just print out of thin air, how much value can that really have? So we're being shown that the true value of money,
Mm-hmm.
and also similarly, as the value of, for example, food goes up, well, we are seeing that what are the things that actually have true value? Well, food is one of the first things. We can't live very long without food.
Mm-hmm.
So of course the price of that will go up. And this way we will begin to see kind of where, where is the true value of things. And in the same way, we need to start to learn to prioritize what is where we put value.
Mm-hmm.
Because as a society, we have put way too much value on money.
Mm-hmm.
Like that has been the false god, right?
Yeah, almost number one goal for most people.
Yeah.
And now we've been shown that no, focus on what's the value for you. And this is why it's so beautiful. Like we see many people in our circles and clients who are choosing either to quit their job to find what they really want to do, even if it pays them less or almost nothing. It's still like that's becoming more and more the priority for most people.
Right.
Yeah.
So most of all, most people have been putting the value of money before the value of their
Joy.
own joy and passion and growth and knowing themselves deeply. And this is the universe is kind of pushing us out of that. It's showing us like, look, hey, you've been sacrificing your life to make money, and what if I'm gonna make that worth nothing tomorrow? What if your savings you worked for all your life, sacrificing yourself, is worth nothing? What will you do then? What will you do when it doesn't make any sense anymore to work for money?
Mm-hmm.
Will you then finally get it? Will you finally start going towards what is truly valuable for you?
Yeah.
And also, it's interesting to see, this helps us to see our attachments to money.
Mm-hmm.
What does it bring up for us? Like we can kind of fast forward the process in our inner work to do this process. So it's basically like imagining that all your savings were gone tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe if you have a salary, maybe you don't have a lot of savings, but you have a salary, that your salary no longer covers anything almost, that you can't have the same lifestyle anymore.
Yeah, that
That
happened
it's
to
worth
me, and it
nothing.
was like very devastating. And I would like to know, guys, like what you do actually value in your life. Take a moment, reflect on it, and write it in the chat. We'd love to see your thought about that and what has value to you.
Yeah, but to continue on that process, then you would feel into what that brings up in you. You can feel your own attachment to your savings and your, income, or the safety that it brings. Maybe there is that feeling of out of control, unsafety. So those are the feelings that we need to address within ourselves. We've been kind of latching on to money as a way to feel safe, as a way to rescue us or to have a worth, And now the universe is taking that away and exposing the underlying wounds that are there, so that we get to see it and heal it and not have this, false thing covering it up. Like, yeah, I have enough money, so I don't need to like worry about anything or look at anything.
Yeah.
Right. So, and again, like, if you have lived all your life working for money, it will hurt a lot to lose that money, because that money represents all the sweat and the sacrifice, So it will hurt to lose money.
Yeah.
Because it's that time that you gave all those years. But if you've actually made money by doing something you love, maybe it will still hurt a little bit, but it won't hurt nearly that much, because you would have done that thing anyway. You didn't sacrifice anything. The money was like a bonus.
Yeah.
You lived your life doing things you love doing. You gave your all, you were open-hearted. And then if the money goes, it's like, yeah, so what? I still have the things in my life that I value.
Mhm. And what I feel also that when we are in alignment with what we love doing and what we like when our income is coming from things that we love, we will not hold on the money in a way that it would lose value. There will be always this in and outflow where your money will go to support things that you believe in, things that you value, friendship, courses, investment that you really value. Like for example, for us, I personally invested some of my saving with one of the community when they have like heavy machines. So I helped support that. I invested part of my money in education, in spiritual healing, in trauma healing. I invested in technology that help us like do its live stream. So all of those things that when come from inspiration, like yeah, I would love to do that. It would improve my life. That would be also like investing in the money. And we're still not perfect in that. Like I would like to share that we one of our biggest goals is still to buy land where we feel like this land is calling us to build our sanctuary there. So I think still the best investment or the best way to put your money is to have this land that offer you a home, that offer you food and fruit and love that you can receive in a physical form. So yeah, so that's I think the best thing we can share with you to yeah, when you take this income from things you love, and I'm sure all of you can identify those things you love, you can invest in things that you believe in.
I wanted to share from here in the chat what people value. Mario is saying, my family, my partner and children. Right. So then we can invest in them, not in the money way, but with our
quality
presence.
time. Yeah, quality time with family is so important.
Modern Wood Elf is saying currency will always be an imaginary trade system. I use health, food, mental wellness, water as true wealth. But in the meantime, I will go along with this false system and play the game. Yeah. I mean, I think that's a very healthy attitude actually, to see it as a game, to not get too wrapped up in it, to believe in it too much.
Not get greedy of like making it like it's so sad. Like I see people working so hard in works that they don't like just to get promotion so they can earn more. And if you look at their life, they do nothing outside their job. Like it's so sad. And I would love to see the system like rumbling and something coming out from the ashes.
Yeah, and you know what? A lot of people, when this system does crumble, a lot of people might even suicide because the pain that is exposed is so much. And this happened already with some of the crypto crash.
Yeah, unfortunately, like, it's really sad to see that because people were so like screwed up with the system that they found there's no way out than investing in crypto. And then when the only thing that they believed in crashed, then their life for them meant nothing. And I read that 8 people took their life after the USD crash. I'm really sorry to hear that, and it's like really heartbreaking.
It is, and you know, it just exposes that they were not actually living from their true values, and because there is this emptiness, like once the money is gone, I am nothing. That's underneath it is I have nothing, I am nothing, I am worthless. And that's what it's trying to cover up. And the universe is like, enough. If I don't take this away, you're never gonna look into this shit. You know? So
Sanftmut from Germany.
Highest values, connection, empathy, touch. I love that you just said touch as a value. Healing the natural world, integration, clean water and food, healthy soil, community building, trust.
Wow, that's very much similar to ours, actually.
Yes, I would maybe add authenticity, which relates to connection very much, and empathy.
And expansion. Always me, I choose expansion.
Expansion is a value for me, totally. To experience new, to get to see more of who I am.
She wrote here awareness, learning, and growing.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
Dan,
very similar.
I love you guys. We love you too, Dan. We love to see you in one of our in-person events. So same like everybody here. Yeah. If you have also any question, just ask us in the comments and we will make time for it. Um, yeah, it's like really a challenging time, guys. Like we are here in this beautiful place in Mexico. By the way, let us know if you like us to make a video about our lifestyle here. It's very inspiring to see. Actually, many people who came here, they quit their job and they made like a big life change to come to live in a community. It's a big community, like it's a kind of like a town community where people meet on a regular basis and create like alternative economy. So it's like really inspiring. Yeah.
I just want to add something actually, just like coming to me is this: money creates a false sense of independency.
That's a good point.
Like when we live in a city and we have enough money, it's like it's almost like we don't need anyone. And this is actually it's false because all our products and everything comes from someone.
Yeah.
So we actually depend heavily on others more than someone who is living in a community.
And that's actually way more dangerous because you are depending on the system and putting your trust in the system that we all know that it has huge faults. So putting your trust in people and the right people, very important, is way more valuable than having this um, fake image of independent where you actually depend so much on the supply chain, so much on the government, so much on people who work in literally slave for things that they don't like to do just because they get the money. And this whole paradigm is collapsing.
So the false independence is basically I don't need to depend on, I don't need to ask for help, I don't need relationships because I can just buy anything I need. I don't need to ask for help. And this is another illusion that is crumbling with us losing money because if we are left without anything, if you can't buy food from the store, your biggest asset is relationships. To know people, to be connected, and having people who trust you and want to help you, and people with whom you can collaborate to make creative ideas. So actually, this is one of the biggest assets now in this time is to have good relationships with people around you, network. To have a good relationship means that we trust each other. It's not just this kind of like false, hey, how are you? I'm good, bye.
Yeah, it's not also this new age that we hold hands and look at the moon and chant mantra and om. It's also not that. It's like really this deep connection that you know and you trust and you believe in each other and you're there for the good and the dark times. So
yeah, exactly. So the kind of the challenge and the gift in money losing value is that we are forced to come back to tribalism in a way, or like this community-based new tribalism, not in terms of like us versus them, but more like this community-based living where we need to collaborate, where we are forced to collaborate for thriving and surviving.
Yeah. Maybe we can talk about the couple we met recently who are preparing for total collapse. It was a very interesting community where they actually learned so much about physical health and mental health that they create their own like a kind of like a mini hospital with so many alternative quantum healing devices. I was like, wow, that's amazing. Like how I think they invested so much money and knowledge and time in creating this. And I feel like one of those will be so valuable in the future, where in case that you want to go to hospital, you have to prove that you are a good citizen with high social score and taking all the shots and all the things. So yeah, so it's so important now to have like our alternative economy and see how we can slowly and exit this and build. It's really important.
Yeah. Someone is saying, Modern Wood Elf is saying, I feel like karmic law is the real currency system. You get out what you put in, but without the expectation attached, like with money.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's a really great way to say it. Would you still recommend to invest in crypto right now? I'd love to just get enough to get some land, build community, and grow into independent value systems. Shared economy.
It's difficult to share, especially at this time with so much manipulation in the market. not give an easy answer. I have a crypto group where I share with my friends and circle like what I'm doing. So feel free to join it. I'm gonna post the link in the chat and you can join there. But yeah, I won't give an easy answer because yeah, it's very much manipulated.
Yeah, it's really difficult for anyone to say anything about it. Listen to your intuition, ask the universe to guide you towards manifesting that land and manifesting abundance, and then just follow your intuition.
Yeah. I'm gonna post the link in case if you or any other friend from here want to join, you're very welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I would say like a few something like advice, I would say for these times, it would be invest in things that have a tangible value.
Mm-hmm.
So this could be, for example, a land or having seed for your personal healing. It's for me that's tangible because you can feel the change in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you buy something like gold, it seems tangible, but if the whole village is hungry, no one's gonna want your gold. They can't. Your gold, they can't eat it.
Mm-hmm.
So again,
Not financial advice.
yeah, maybe it is investing in having skill.
Yeah, I would say
getting a course.
the best thing you can do is to be connected to your intuition because that will give you the snap. Like when things get wrong, you will be able to connect to your intuition and make a decision from love and awareness rather than fear and panic.
Yeah.
So invest in healing your trauma. I would say this is the best thing you can do.
Uh-huh.
And from that space, you will be able to be in a situation where you know what's the best decision for you, and you don't need to seek advice or pay somebody to give you financial advice. So I would always, and I always mention that investing in your trauma healing and connecting to your true self is always the best thing. And not because we're offering this service, but you can take it with us or with any other person who you really trust and feel deep connection and trust with them. But I think that's the best investment. And if you have an extended amount of money, there's many things that you can think about. Land is one of them. Supporting project is one of them. I would actually say precious metal like silver and gold would be an option.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can buy land that has fruit trees, that's the best, I guess, where you can actually live on it. Yeah, you don't
You're
want
such
to.
a white man.
I am. Yeah, of course, when you want to buy a land, you need to have an access to the land. So don't buy it overseas and put yourself in a situation where you can't go there and live there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing I would say is to find your inner value, and to find the things that you truly value. Also in yourself, because one of the reasons why we think we need to work for money is because we don't know our true value.
Yeah.
We don't know all the creativity and power and just like badassness that is inside of us.
Yeah.
We don't know it.
Yeah.
And this relates to the shadow work, the inner work that Ram is saying. And once you do the trauma healing, you begin to uncover underneath all that pain. It's like, whoa, there is this magical being who has so much to give. And when you find everything you have to give, you can trust that you will always manifest, people helping you or money or, when you have something to give. And we all do.
Yeah.
Some of you might be like, I don't have anything. Yes, you do. You just don't know what it is.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
And investing in relationships. That's the last one.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like this is so crucial because, yeah, I think it's so important. Like investing in relationship is so important. Like I don't know how much we should focus on that, but I think most people actually spend money in a way to fill the gap of loneliness and worthlessness and yeah, those are the main things. So if we actually invested in our relationship and have a community and partner who actually support our journey, be with us, you will find so many things that you spend on is completely unnecessary, whether it's Netflix, whether it's drugs, whether it's TV series, whether it's going to cinema, whether it's going out, whether it's even traveling for many people. Like if you really have this fulfillment in your personal life and relationship, you will find like you don't need to spend so many things,
Yeah.
and you will save this for your own project and your own mission.
And you know, facing difficulty is much less scary when you are doing it together with others. It is oftentimes the being alone in it that scares us.
Yeah,
You know, like we end up somewhere alone without a home, you know. But if we are with people that we know they are with us and they will not abandon us,
yeah,
that they love us and there's a bond,
yeah,
it's so much easier to face difficulty. And at
yeah.
least we face it together.
And I want to give an example of a friend of us who recently, a few months ago, fell down from a hike and broke 3 vertebrae of his back, and it was like mobilized for many months. And he had such an amazing support from the community, and many people came to him and help him wash and buy food and get things clean. And he had amazing support, and all of that won't happen without the community. So that's just like a small example of how much community can support. Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
his friends were not there actually because
yeah,
they had left, so he didn't really know
yeah.
a lot of people besides the kind of the new community he had
Mhm.
met within the few months that he had been
Yeah,
here.
very inspiring story actually. Yeah, and if you want to dive deeper in the healing, we both offer our help and support in that. So feel free to reach out to us. We would love to help you, support you in your journey.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You can also book free introduction call where we can get to know you and see if you can get the help you need from us. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much for being with us today. If you have any more comments or questions, post them now because
Yeah.
we're going to end the live stream very soon. And
Yeah.
Ram is just posting here
I'm gonna
link.
post our website, so my website and Mia's website. So feel free to check it out. I think I made a mistake. Yeah, so we'd love to hear if you have any questions, and we will answer it. If not now, later or in the next live stream. We love you guys and wish you all the best.
So much love to you.